when a tree could fly. This is a story to help us appreciate our root values while dreaming to fly high. Many a times we lose sight of the marvelous gifts we have for the things we so desperately desire. It's easy to fall into the trap of coveting things and pleasures in this world, thinking that these would bring us permanent happiness, only to realize later that the real and lasting joy comes in the way of gratitude and service. In the end, life rewards the ones with purity of purpose and of heart. A patch of trees were living a happy and contented life near a school park. Trees would soak in the sun, bathe in the rain, and sway in the wind as if they were dancing in a trance. A variety of birds, bees, butterflies would visit these trees, perch on its branches, chirp, tweet, buzz, flutter, and then fly away into the blue skies. Tara and Firma were two trees among these and were great friends. One day, looking at the birds flying in the sky, Firma started thinking, how sad that we cannot move anywhere and have to spend our entire life standing at the same place. Look at these birds, they can fly to wherever they wish. They get to explore and see the world. How I wish that I could fly too. It told its unusual wish to Tara, who was bemused about how to react to its friend's seemingly crooked desire. Tara tried to joke about it by flapping its branches as wings, but realized that Firma had taken this wish to heart. Slowly Firma's mind was constantly occupied by this thought, and it could not enjoy the wonderful things in its life. It started brooding on how it could free itself and fly to see other places. And in a fit of frustration it started blaming its own roots that were holding it fixed at one place. Slowly the word spread among the neighboring trees that Firma had lost its mind. Roots of Firma felt very sad upon knowing the ill will that the tree was harboring towards it. Over time Firma started getting weak. Tara tried to cheer up Firma by dancing in the wind, calling its attention to the beautiful birds, bees and butterflies that visited its branches and leaves every day. But nothing was able to break Firma's obsessive desire to fly. Mother Spirit of the trees, Gaia, came to know of Firma's predicament. It consulted the good spirits of the forest to help Firma see that trees do not fly but live a contented and happy life in their own way. In the end, Gaia granted Firma's wish to be able to fly and see the world, and declared that let nature take its own course and Firma will come around in due time. Seasons changed, and it was raining heavily one night. There was a great storm passing near the patch of trees. High gusty winds were tugging trees fiercely in all directions. Trees were still holding fast to the ground due to their strong roots. But Firma's roots had weakened over time due to its inner conflicts. As the storm raged harder, Firma's roots lost its grip on the ground and it was blown away into the sky. Amid the fury of storm, Firma suddenly realized that it was no longer tied to the ground and was indeed in flight as it had wished for. Storm intensified and Firma was broken into pieces. Different parts of it, trunk, branches, leaves, flew in all directions and came crashing down to the ground far from where it had stood in the party. A moment of truth, Firma realized the futility of its unnatural desire to fly like a bird. It was all clear now how foolish it had been. It felt great remorse for the ill will it harbored against its own roots and the sage advice it had ignored from Tara and Gaia. It so badly wanted to get back among the patch of trees it had grown up with. It felt such a deep longing for it. But it looked like a lost cause now. Storm finally abated, but took a heavy toll in the town and left a scene of damage and destruction behind it. Slowly the debris cleared up. The people in the town got an idea to create something useful out of the debris left over, to overcome the aftermath of the storm with a strong community spirit. The wood from the damaged trees was sent to factories and workshops to utilize for making homes, furniture and other artifacts. Various pieces of Firma also ended up in such factories to get a new lease of life. By now Firma had realized to be happy and content in its current form, and knew that true happiness lied in bringing value and service to others. Later an exhibition was organized to sell the items made out of the storm debris. Firma's round trunk had transformed into a study desk, and it was purchased by a family for their young girl. They all liked the study desk and thought it'll be a great addition to their kids' study. They bought the desk along with some stationery items including a beautiful notebook. Girl was thrilled with all the items and arranged them neatly in her study room. Firma felt at home and was grateful to find a new purpose. Following day was a school picnic at the park and all the kids were to share their dreams about life. The girl took out her new notebook and started writing her dream in it. Then she folded it nicely to use the following day at school. Next day in the gathering at the park all the children shared their dreams one by one. When it was the turn of the little girl, she stood quietly for some time and then pulled out a piece of paper from her pocket. She started to unfold it a little and then to everyone's surprise threw it into the sky, and said in a loud voice, "I want to fly." The paper plane from her hand soared high and did a few marvelous aerodynamic loops and finally landed in a tree branch nearby. It was indeed a branch of Tara that had sprawled into a much larger area by now. Tara instantly knew that the paper plane that landed on it is made from Firma's wood. Finally, Firma's dream of flying and getting back to its fellow trees came true. Firma realized that if our heart is pure then dreams do come true, in ever strange ways.